Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about the health insurance premium prediction by using the machine learning algorithms. So here the project is health insurance premium prediction. So here how to predict the charges by using the machine learning models. So here the description of this data set is description of the data set is the objective of this insurance dataset is to predict the charges. So the dataset consists of the several predictors, means several independent variables and one target variable. So that is nothing but the charges. So this is the dataset link. So I will give this dataset link in this description, and this is the Kaggle dataset. So here the number of the columns and their meanings. So here the what are the features: age, sex, BMI. BMI means body mass index, and children's. So number of children's covered by the health insurance member, and smoking, whether the person is having smoking a smoker or not, and region. So the beneficiary residential areas in US, and they are the some of the regions. So north, east, north, southeast, southwest, and northwest. So this is the charges we are going to predict. So this is the target variable. So this is the individual medical cost billed by the health insurance. So this is the health insurance premium prediction. Premium prediction. This is very interesting topic. So here, so first I'm going to import the required libraries, that is the NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Cbons, and scikit-learn. So next I'm going to load the data set. So the data set is the insurance.csv. So before going to uh, load the data set, we will look into this data set how it will be. So this is the data set looks like. So here the one number of features are 1 2 3 4 5 6. So they are the total, and these are the six input features, input variables, and there is the charges is the target variable. There is charges one target variable. So total 7 variables, 7 features. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So now I will load this data set. So next, exploratory data analysis. So exploratory data analysis is also known as the data exploration. It is the step in the data analysis process where the techniques has to be used for better understanding of the data set. So here, understanding of your variable. So what are the understanding of your variable means? Head of the data set and shape of the data set. So list of the types, list types of the all columns, and information of the data set, and summary of the data set, and data cleaning. So in the data cleaning, we have to check we'll check the duplicates, whether the duplicates are existed or not, null values are existed or not. So first we will look into this head of the data set. So these are the head part of this data set, and they display the last 5 rows of the data set, and this is the randomly display the number of instances, and here the shape of the function. So the data set is contain the 1338 records and 7 columns, means 7 features. So here using the D types, we will get the all the list of types and all the columns in our data frame. So what are the data types? So age belongs to int, sex belongs to object, BMI belongs to float, children's belongs to int, smoker belongs to object, region belongs to object. So charges is the target variable. So by using this command df.info, so you will get the all information. So all information like that. So here is total 1338 entries from 0 to 1337. So here all are there is no null values here, all are be filled with data. So and here the data types. So null values and data types will be it will be observed in the single statement df.info. So summary of the data set. So summary means here describe method. This is the method describe. So it will help to see how the data has been spread on the numerical values. So actually our data has contained the total 7 variables out of 7 variables, but in the summary, so you can able to identify the only 4 features including target variable. Why? Because these 4 features belongs to the numerical data type. So this is the statistical information. So number of count 1338. So each feature has the number of instances. This is the mean value, this is the standard deviation, this is the minimum value. So what is the minimum age? 18, maximum is 64, and this is the statistical information. So numerical features. So out of 7 features, so let me check total number of features. Input feature numerical features are the age, BMI, children, charges. You can observe here. So age, BMI, children, charges, these are the numerical features. And what is the length of the numerical features? 4. So here 1, age, BMI, children, charges. So this is the, if you observe here, this is the df of num underscore features dot describe. So means this is the output, this output will be same if you, but here using the df data frame, when you using the df data frame, automatically it will display the only numerical features, but here only I'm assigning the numerical features. So now here I will check the categorical features. So what are the categorical features? Sex, smoker, and region. So these are the categorical features. So what is the length of the categorical features? 3. Means there are the 3 categorical features. If you see here, so this is the describe method on the categorical variable. So here count means the number of instances of the sex is 1338. So this is also the same. And unique means under the sex, what are the unique variables are there? 2. Under the smoker there are 2 in the variables. Under the region there are the 4 unique labels are there. So among the variables, what is the topmost one? Male. Here no, and this is the southeast. So frequency means what is the number of frequency of these variables? Let me check in individually here. So check the unique labels in the categorical variable. So here actually, first let me execute and I will explain. Actually, if you see df of sex dot unique, so under the sex, what are the unique variables are there? 2. So what are the unique variables? We can't able to notice in this output, but here we can able to notice. So male and female, and among the male and female, out of 1338, they are the 2 features, that is the male and the female. So what is, how many number of males? 676 male people, and 662 is the female people. So among the 2 variables, which is the most frequently? 676. That's why 676 is the more frequent belongs to this male. So if it comes to smoker, smoker is also be, there are 2 variables, yes or no. In S they are the 1064 and S 274, and region and the region.unique they are the 4 unique labels: southwest, southeast, and northwest and northeast. So are the 4 unique labels under the region. So southeast to 364, northeast to 325, 325, 324. So this is the southeast is the 364. Southeast is, so you can notice here southeast is the most frequent one, that is the 364. So in a smoker they are the frequent top of the frequency item is no, and number of variables, number of labels under the no 1064. So this is the data about the categorical variable. So now data cleaning. So data cleaning, under the data cleaning, check the duplicates. Check if there any duplicate rows are exist or not. If it is existed, then we have to remove. So how can you check whether the duplicates are exist or not? So before going to apply the and drop underscore duplicates method, first let me check the shape. So means 1338 observations. So when you apply this drop duplicates, so see the output is one variable is reduced, which means 1337. So here 38 and here 37, which means that only one duplicate is existed. So now which has to be removed. So our finally our dataset shape is 1337 rows comma 7 columns. So this is our final dataset. Now let me check the number of is there any check null values are exist or not. So here all are 0, which means there is no null values. And data visualization. So under the data visualization, let me check the histograms. So histograms are the one of the most common graphs used to display the numeric data. So whether the distribution of the data. So distribution of data means whether the data is normally distributed or the skewed. See, you can able to identify here BMI looks like a normal distribution. This is the charges and the children's. So these are the two diagrams are the it's a kind of skewed. And next is scatter plot. So scatter plot is a type of graph which plots the values of the two variables along the two axes. Like say if under the scatter plot here the age, BMI, children and the charges, only numerical features are taking. So it can take in the two variables along the two axes, like x and y axis are both are same. So now let me apply the feature engineering. So why we are going to apply the feature engineering? So we have to convert the categorical variable into numerical variable. If it is a categorical variable are existed, so machine can't able to understand this categorical data. So this is the one of the approach, and also used each one to encode the categorical data. So for that purpose we are using the get dummies method. So here I am going to execute here. First let me check the dummies. So here I'm applying the pd.pandas get dummies method on the sex feature. Sex is the categorical variable. So actually the sex feature contains the two labels, that is the female and male. So now what I'm doing, so this dummies kind of data we can append concatenate to this data frame. So before applying here, let me execute here df.head. So here this is the data frame, this is dummy, and this is the df data frame. So we are concatenating the df means this part and the dummies means this part. We are concatenate make it the single table. So here single table means, let's see what is the output here. See up to here, up to age to here. So this is the table df, this is the df, and this table belongs to this dummies method. So I'm concatenating the two different kind of data frames, make it the file name merge. Now this is the data frame. So in this data frame you can notice that, so this is the sex is the feature can be converted into the female male. They are the two labels of the sex, so can convert it into the female and female. Now I don't want this sex feature and I don't want the one of the dummy variable, so I can drop these two variables. That's why from this match drop this categorical variable, one dummy variable, and I can save it into the data frame, that is the df1. Let me execute. So in this data frame you can observe here clearly, so the sex is feature is removed and female is removed. So finally age 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, these 7 features are existed under the df1. So similarly I can apply to this smoker. So I'm applying the this, I'm taking this data frame df1 and dot smoker, apply the get dummies method. If I execute here, so in this smoker actually contain the yes, no, that's why no and yes, they are the two dummy variables. Another dummy variable is 0 1. If you observe here, in this 0th indection, so in this 0th indection it is the yes, that's why s is 1. In index number 1, no, that's why index number 1 is equal to 1, rest of the dummy variable is 0. So similarly I can apply this I drop this smoker. I am dropping this smoker feature, categorical feature, and one of the dummy variable no. So finally our data frame will be df2. So under the df2 there is no smoker. Instead of the smoker I am taking the yes is one dummy variable, one of the. So similarly I can apply this region. So totally region contains the 4 dummy variables: north, east, northwest, southeast, southwest. So 4 dummy variables. Among the 4 dummy variables I can drop the any one of the dummy variables. So I can drop this one, and I can also drop this region feature. So that's why I'm dropping this region, and the northeast I can save it into the df3 data frame. So let me execute. So now this is my final data frame. So in this data frame, if you observe here, age, BMI, children, charges, male, female, north, west, north, south, southwest. So here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So total 9 columns, and shape is the 1337. So this is the data frame df3. Now this data frame is our data is now this data is ready to train the model. So what I'm doing here, I'm dividing this data frame into x and y. So if you see in this x feature there is no charges, all belongs to this target variable. So here x shape is the 8 features, and this y is belongs to this charges. So this name is charges. So here what I'm doing, train test split. So I am applying the train test split method, dividing my data set into 80 to 20%. So 80% for the training, 20% for the testing. So train shape is 1069, 8, test is 268. So here I am applying the linear regression. So after applying the linear regression, this is my object name LR. So LR dot fit under the X train, Y train, and this method, this model LR dot predict X test, you will get this Y pred. So now we are going to evaluate the metrics. So here I am applying the model LR dot score X train, Y train, which means this belongs to the this is the train score. And now I'm importing the sklearn.metrics, import the R2 score. So R2 score is the measurement evaluation metrics for the linear regression. So this can be applied on the Y test and this Y pred. So you will get this test score. So the test score is the 0.74, which means 74%, and the train score is the 75%, which means there is no that much of difference. So train score, test score, that both are about to equal. So I'm going to evaluate the other metrics like mean absolute error, mean square error, root mean square error. So this is the mean absolute error, 4394. This is the mean square error, and this is the root mean square error. So here what I'm doing here, I'm taking the Y test on the actual values, Y predict on the predicted values, and the difference means this is the variation. If you can see, this is the our target variable. This is our the target variable, and this is the actual value, that is y, and this is predicted by model, that is y hat. So variance means y minus y hat. So that is the this value and this value minus this value, you will get this value. So like that, this is the data frame belongs to the df comma df4. So if you see, compare the, so before going to execute, let me see what is the df3. I'm going to predict the this values, index number 13. So under the index number 13 values, if I'm going to give to my model, so what value it is going to predict. So LR is my model and predict is the method. So I'm giving this 56 3980 0, and this is belongs to charges. That's why I'm not given. This is the target variable. So here I'm giving only input features. If you observe here clearly, so here 56 means this is 56, 39.0, this is the value of this one, and this is 0 means this 0, and this 0, 0 this belongs to this one. So means 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So this 18th index values I'm giving as a input to my model and going to predict what value it is going to get predicted. This value it is predicted. So what is the value? 14,436.69. If you notice here, so this is the value. So this value 14, this is the value we predicted, that is the y hat. Next I'm going to, what is the intercept here? Minus 11,704, and the coefficients are the these values. Actually here what I'm going to showing, so actually y is equal to mx plus b. This is the linear regression. If it is m1 x1 plus m2 x2, so here how many input features are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So m1 m2 m3 x3 m4 x4 plus m5 x5 m6 x6 plus m7 x7 plus m8 x8 plus b. So here this m1 means this value, this is the m1 m2 m3 m4 m5 m6 m7 m8, And what are the input values? X1, this is X2, this is X3, X4, X5, X6, X7, X8. So here I am going to substitute these values. M1, this is the M1, and this is 56 is the X1, and this is the M2, and this is the X2. So finally B value means intercept value. So this is the intercept. So this is the intercept value. So what is the result I got finally? So this is the result I got finally. So 14,436.69. This is I got mathematically, and this is the value I got by model. So this value both are same. 14,436, 14,436 both are same. So now what I'm going to do? Actually, here I made the prediction by using the all input features. So my input features shape is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So totally with 8 features I build the model. I got the accuracy about 74%. So what I'm doing here, so among the 8 features, I have to select the best features. So what is the feature selection? What is the advantage of the feature selection? Let's see. Faster training time, decrease the time complexity, improve the accuracy and performance. So the most important one is the reducing the overfitting. So these are the most of the advantages of the feature selection. So how many ways we can able to do the feature selection? That is the forward selection, recursive elimination, and the backward elimination. So here in this lecture I am going to use this backward elimination method for selecting the features. So here building the optimal model by using the backward elimination method. So what is the backward elimination method? So when we building the machine learning model, it is very important that we can select those features or the predictors which are necessary. So among the 8 features we have to identify which features are most important for making the model. Suppose for example they have 50 features. So that does not necessarily mean that we need to have all 50 features in our model. So all 50 features are no need to be applied. So when you apply the feature selection among the 50 features, you can that model feature selection method like backward elimination method choose the best features. So there are various ways in which you can find out the features have the little impact on the model, which ones we can remove the features. So the features which are the not impact means a little bit impact on the target variable, you can able to remove that data set, remove the feature. Here a small idea can be applied backward elimination is whether the feature significance impact of the target variable or not. So here there is a p-value that helps to determine whether the hypothesis must be accepted or rejected. So based on the p-value we can able to identify whether the feature, the input feature is be most significant or not. So here what is the backward elimination method procedure? The step 1, what is the step 1 here? So the first step in backward elimination is select the significance level or the p-value. So usually in most of the cases 5% significance level is selected, which means the p-value will be 0.05. So 5% means that is the 0.05. So this significance value you can able to change this depending upon our project. And step 2, the second step is fit your machine learning model with all features selected, which all features means in our example 8 features are there. So first you can apply the machine learning model on all 8 features. Suppose if there are 50 features, you can include all of them in your model and fit the model on our test data set. So step 3, identify the features or predictor which has the highest p-value. So after applying the backward elimination method, you can able to identify the feature, the p-value of this input features. If it is more value, if it is the if p-value is greater than 0.05, then we have to remove that feature. Else you can, if the p-value is less than, then what you can do, you can keep it, otherwise you can remove. And step number 4, if the significant step, we can take the decision. In previous step 3 we identify the step 3, so in step 3 we can identify the feature which has the highest p-value. If the p-value of the feature is greater than the significance level, we can select and remove the features from our dataset. If p-value of the feature is less than the significance level, we will jump to the step 6. What is the step 6? We can reach the step 6, we can stop the process. What is the step number 5? Once we have to find out the features which has to be removed from the dataset, and we will fit the model again with the new dataset and continue this process. So that is the backward elimination method. So graphically I will show you. Step 1 means select the significance value, so by default 0.05, and second step is the fit the model. So fit the model with all input features. Next, identify the feature with highest p-value. So here if p is greater than or equal to 0.05, so this is the condition. If it is no, so which means we can come here, we can stop. If it is yes, so yes means what you can supposed to do, and here remove the features and fit the model, and again start, come here, again check here, and if it is yes, come here, remove the feature and remove the features and again fit the model and pass to here. If it is all features are less than 0.05, which means no, come here, stop. So this is the flowchart way of execution by the backward elimination method. First, for that OLS method, first we need the states model. So import statesmodels.api as SM. So before going to, first let's see what is the head part. So this is my x variable 1. What is the shape here? So 1337 observations and 8 columns. So before we begin with the backward elimination method, we need to append the 1, means that is the constant at the beginning of our data set. So now why is this important? So the equation of linear regression is this one. So means actually y is equal to b plus mx. So what I'm doing here, so the equation can be written like y is equal to b plus m1 x1 m2 x2 and so on. So when we make the linear model with the scikit-learn, the bias means b, this is the bias, the b calculated separately. So that's why for performing the backward elimination, we are required to use the linear model, provide the state models by the library, so which does not consider the bias term. So hence by adding the dummy feature with value 1. So dummy feature with value 1, so that is the equation becomes the y is equal to b into x naught and b into x naught and m1 x1 plus m2 m2 x2 and so on. So where x naught value, this value becomes 1. That's why you can suppose to apply the constant. So for that purpose we are applying the from numpy. So numpy append the method. So I'm adding the ones. So what is the ones? There is the ones. How many ones we have to add? How many instances are there? 1337 instances. The data type belongs to integer. And what is the x value? That x value can be added to values. So which means that this is x. This x belongs to 1337 observations come 8. So what I'm doing here, I'm can adding the 1 means this is the constant plus, so this is the constant, that name is the x1. So x1 is equal to the 1337 comma 1 1337 comma 1 plus 1337 comma 8. So which means 1337 comma 9. So that is the x1. So under the x1, what is the value here? So this is the x1. X1 means we can check the what is the x1 here and what is the x1 values. So here x1 means you can write the output like this. So this is the constant and this input features. Input features, so age. What is the input features here? Age, BMI, children's, male, yes, northwest, southeast and southwest. So it means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So which means that shape is equal to x1 shape 1337 comma 9. Totally 9 features. Let me see. First I am executing the statement. So x1 shape is 9. So what are the x1 values? So actually x dot head. So this is the x dot head. So x means age. This value 9. When it is x1, which means that 1337 observations of the constant plus 1337 come 8 features. So this is the feature 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is nothing but this value and all ones. So all ones is nothing but this is the ones. See. So this is the this part and this one belongs to this one. This is the x1. So x1 shape is this one. Total 9 columns. So here we have to choose the significance level. Usually if it is p value greater than 0.05, we have to, for the highest value of the parameter, remove it. So here if you see here, I am taking the x1. Under the x1, this is the x1. Under the x1, what are the features columns? All rows and from columns from 0 to 8. So this is the x option. So if you see what is the under the x option, what is the first 0th column? So 0th column means all rows comma 0, 1. So this is the this one. So it means 0th index, first index, second index up to 9. So 9, 8, 7. So here all are ones. That's why and x underscore options all rows comma 0th column. So 1 1 1 1 1. So this is the output. So this is the first column, that's why column 1. So this value is 19 18 28 19 18 28. So this is the second column, so 27.9 33.7 like that. So that is the constant column. This is the age column and BMI, children's, male column, S column, northwest, southeast and southwest. So this is the southwest is the 8th column, 7th column, 6th column like that. So here I am applying the OLS. OLS stands for the ordinal least square method, which is essentially to train the linear models. So here what I am doing, I am passing the y values here and passing this x opt. So these values, so these values I'm going to pass as the input my model. So this here, so here OLS dot summary. So this is the ordinary least square results. If you can observe here, so this is our target variable, this is the model OLS. So method is the least square method, so date and time. So number of observations 37, and here this is the R square value, and this is the adjacent R square value. So in my previous lectures I clearly explained what is the R square value, what is the adjacent R square value, and what is the difference between R square and adjacent R square. You can go and watch it. So if you observe here, this is the constant, means this is the added item, added feature, and this is the feature 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So this is the p value. You can able to identify among the values. So our target is what is our condition? If p value is greater than 0.05, we have to remove that feature. So you can identify among the values which is the most frequent item. So this is the highest one, so that belongs to x4. So now remove the x4. So what is the x4 here? So x4 is nothing but this male feature. So male feature, this is the feature we are going to remove. So from this diagram, what we are going to observe? Observation from the summary, we are observed that the p value for the fourth feature, there is nothing but the x4 male, there is a 0.69, which have the over significance level of 0.05. Hence we have to remove this male feature. So how can you remove the male feature? And remove the feature, and with remaining features you can go into build the model again. So here actually initially we have 0 to 8, so we are remove the fourth feature, that's why. So actually x1 contain the 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So this feature we are going to remove. So what is the remaining features? 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3 5 6 7 8 5 6 7 8. So this feature we removed, and with the remaining features I am going to pass this x underscore up to 1. And what is the shape here we are going to observe? So 8 features. So out of here total here 9 features. After removing the 1, so here x up to 1 shape will be the 8 features. So now I'm going to build the model, OLS model. So in this model, if you notice here, in this model, if you notice here, what is the most significance value? So this is the most significant value is 0.465, which means the x5 feature. So this feature we have to be removed. And see what is the observation from this table. So from the summary, we observe that the highest p value for the sixth feature. Sixth feature means actually the x1 contain 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. First already we removed the 4. So next under the 4, here x opt values, this is the constant, this is the x1, x2, x3, and this is the x4, and this is the x5, x6, x7. That's why this is x7. So which means here which feature we are going to remove here, and 0.465, 0.465, which means the x5. So x5 feature, but x5 feature, but here this is the feature in x1 column. What is the number? 6th. So what is the 6th feature here? Northwest. So northwest we are going to remove. So this feature we are going to remove. So that's why we am taking, I'm not adding this 6 here. So here I'm taking the, from x1 I'm taking the, so from the x1 I'm taking the 0, 1, 2, 4 already removed here. First I removed here. Next I removed the 6th feature. So there is no 6 here. That's why 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. So with these are the features I'm going to pass to this. This is the name. So this is the values can pass as the input and make the ordinal least square method. So I'm executing here. So now there are 7 features. So why say 7? Totally before it is 9. And before it is 9. First I remove the 4th feature and remove the 6th feature. So now my x1 becomes this a total 7 features. 7 features. I'm executing this statement. You can see. So from this diagram, you can notice what we are going to do is, so this value means x6. So here under the x1, what are the features? 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. So 0, 5, 7, 8. And what is the p value? What is the x optimal value? So x optimal means so this reg underscore x opt values x1 to x6. So this is the constant. And this is x1, this is x2, x3, x4, x5, x6. So which is the most value? 0.058 of the x6. So x6 is 0.058. This is the p value. So we have to remove this column number 8 from this x1. So the remaining features all rows comma 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. So these are going to pass. So let me check. See. So these are the features we are going to pass here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 5. So 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 5. 7. 7 is also be available. So we are going to pass. So here 6. So 7 also we are going to pass here. So now remaining 6. If you see this table, so this is the most significant value, that is the x5. So this feature we are going to remove. What is the x5 here? So this is the south west. So this feature we are going to remove. So from the summary we observe that the highest p value for the 7th feature of the x1, that is the southeast, this value 0.136. So this is the 0.0136 greater than 0.05. That's why we have to remove this southeast. So which remaining features are 0.135. So 0.135, you can notice here all features are the 0, 0, 0, 0.01, 0.1. So which means a constant x1, x2, x3, x4, which means that, so what are the features are here? So what features we are going to pass here? We are passing the 0.135 of the x1. So under the x1 we are passing the 0, 1, 2, 3, 5. So what is the 0 here? Constant. What is the 1? 1 means age. This is the age feature. And second means BMI. And the third means children. Fifth means yes. So this is the feature we are going to choose. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So these 4 features we taken from feature selection method. So the backward elimination method selecting these 4 features as the least significance features. So by using these 4 features, I'm going to build the model, linear regression model. Let me check this accuracy. So what is my here remaining value here? What is the option? So this features I'm going to pass the x underscore up to 4. So x underscore up to 4. So this is my data. This is the x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5. This is the my dataset shape is the 5 columns, which means 1337 comma 5 columns. This is my data. This data we can pass here under the train test split. I can divide this data into 80% for the training, 20% for the testing with 5 columns. So here I am applying linear regression, prediction score. This is my train score and this is my test score, which means this 75.05. So before backward elimination, the R score 0.7404. Let's check it. So this is the before elimination 0.7404. 0.7404. So 0.7404. So before backward elimination, which means 8 features, my R2 score will be 74%. So after applying the backward elimination, the R2 score is increased. So which means 1% increased, and here 8 features are there, but here I am taking the 5 features. So this means here time is reducing and resources are very less and there is no overfitting. So by applying this feature selection like a backward elimination method, my accuracy was increased. So I'm applying the other metrics, mean absolute error, mean square error. So if you see here, so 198th instance, the actual target variable is this value, the model is predicted this value, so difference is this value. So under this, so what is the input features under the 198 record? So these are my input features. So these all input features I'm giving to as input to my model. That model will predict this 64, and this is the value is predicted by the model. So here I'm passing the how many input features? I'm passing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the 5 features I'm passing here. So 5 features means this is the constant feature and this is the age feature this is the age feature, and 1 2 3 4 5. So here 1 2 3 4 5, this is the 5 features are left. So this is the constant feature, this is the one, means this is the age feature, this 18.25 is the, this is the 0 1 2 3 5, this is the columns. The column name of the one is the age, 2 belongs to BMI, this is the BMI. So this 3 belongs to children, and this 5 belongs to S. So this is the features are selected by this backward elimination method, and this is the value is predicted. So if you, what is the intercept, minus 11,020, this is the coefficient values. So here what is the M1 values, you can observe. So this is the M1, this is the M2, this is the M3, this is the M4, and this is the M5. But here x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. So that's why I'm giving the this M1 into 0, x1 value 1 1, and this M2 is the, this M2 245. So this is the 245, this is the M2 value, and 51 is the x2 value. So this is the 50 x2 value. Like that I can apply the y hat is equal to the M1 x1 plus M2 x2 plus M3 x3 plus M4 x4 plus M5 x5 plus B. So B means this is the intercept value. So this is the x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. This is the M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, and this is the B value. You can apply, substitute in this equation. The y hat value will be, if I execute this statement, so this is the value. So this value 6845, this is the result given by the mathematically while applying the M1 x1 M values, x values, and the intercept values, and this is the model predicted value 6845. This value and this value both are same. So here what is the main agenda behind this project is, by applying the feature selection techniques you can able to build the machine learning model that is the optimal model. So what is your duty? So I'm going to show the results. So this is, I'm comparing the results here. So comparing the results, so before applying the feature selection, so number of independent features is 8. So here my train test split is 80 to 20%. So this is my train score 75%, test score 0.74. This is the mean absolute error, mean square error, root mean square error. So at 80 to 20%, after applying the feature selection, so feature selection totally 4 features are selected. So at 80-40, see the train score is there 7404, the test score is increased. You can observe clearly. So before applying the feature selection, my R2 score is the 74%. After applying the feature selection with 4 features, the test score is the 75%, which means from 74 to 75 is increased. So this is the root mean square error 66.29, this is 66.26. So what is your duty while executing the same project? So you have to take the 90-10, the train test split 70-30, 75-25, 60-40. So before applying the feature selection, you can note down the train score, test score, mean absolute error, mean square error, root mean square error. So after applying the feature selection, you can take the same percentage. See, I'm increasing the change the 90 to 10. So my test score is increasing. So here 0.75 means 75%, but here my score is 77%, approximately 77. So 76.95 means, which is approximately 77%. So before applying feature selection at 90 to 20, before applying the feature selection at 90 to 10%, my test score is 75.31. So when 90 to 10, my test score is 77. So here 65.98, 65.88. So R square is the root mean square error is also be decreased. So we can able to compare these results in this way, and finally give this statement. So this is the end-to-end project. So I think you like this video. If you have any kind of queries, please make it in comment section.